why we're making 533 horsepower is because of this. Be getting a project car soon. Yo, what is going on, guys? This is John, host of Street Scenes with J Ray. Today's video, we have this 533 horsepower FL5 Civic Type-R. This is year 2024, and this is owned by PLM, Private Label Manufacturing. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this and the story, how we first got this FL5 Civic Type-R and how we made it to 533 horsepower. So let's go ahead and get into it. Normally in our videos, we always ask our guests, what do you have here and what have you done to it? So this is a 2024 FL5 Civic Type-R that pushes 533 horsepower. Now, when we're talking about exterior wise, these are the only minimal mods that we have for our car. So let's talk about the wheels. So we have our Mugen MF10 wheels. You guys already know these MF10 wheels are pretty nice when it comes to the FL5 Civic Type-Rs. The specs that we have for these MF10 wheels are 18.5. They're squares. You know, we did not want to go with staggered look. We wanted to go with the square look. Now you guys might ask, John, why haven't you guys lowered the car yet? Stock suspension or OEM suspension on these FL5 Civic Type-Rs and even the FK8s, oh my goodness, they're such, if you guys already know what I mean. These things are super nice. They literally hug you to the ground, if you know what I mean. You're gonna be a driver to really feel that. But we have not changed our suspensions. FL5 Civic Type-R or the FK8 Type-R suspensions are one of the best suspensions that Honda has ever made. We are saying this because we've already experienced this. If you do agree with this, comment down below and you say you agree with it too. Next up, we're going to talk about some carbon fiber bits. Now, honestly, we only have one carbon fiber bits right here. So the front lip, this is a PLM carbon fiber front lip. Not want to go with super aggressive look, but so you guys can see, we wanted to focus more on the quality. No gaps in there. There you go. So you guys can see that. No gaps in there. And this is pretty much flush as much as possible, guys. There you go. And honestly, the way it looks, especially the car is white, oh my goodness, it just looks super nice. And after the carbon fiber front lip, we recently installed these FL5 risers. I do know the market ones that came with it, they're not really that high. We also don't want to go super high too. The good thing about this PLM wing riser is you can actually adjust this. If you guys can see, we have 3 holes right here. So we have level 1, 2, and 3. Or I could be wrong the other way, but I do know this is level 1, 2, and 3. So the 3 is actually going to be more, I guess, angled up that way, if that makes sense. This is level 1, and I honestly think it looks pretty good. I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about those wing risers right here? I don't really know if you guys would consider this a mod, but I guess, yes, we have the PLM on the sides. We have the Private Label Mfg. We always need to advertise our products and also our car, with all the platforms that we have, right? So we have the driver's side. We also have the passenger side, which is right here. Yes, sir. So let's talk about the fun part. The reason why we're making 533 horsepower, it's not because of the looks. Literally not the looks at all. The reason why we're making 533 horsepower is because of this. All right, let's go. Woo! Before I show you guys the engine bay with all the performance mods that we have for this car, let me tell you guys a quick story on how we first got this FL5 Civic Type-R. We first purchased this car back in December 2023. When we first got it, the car was completely bone stock, obviously, and our plans were pretty much just to make more parts for it, do more marketing stuff for it. We immediately did a lot of great things about it. When we say about great things, these are the PLM performance mods. So first mod that we ever did for this FL5 Civic Type-R, for a PLM full titanium valve exhaust. This exhaust has 2 resonators and 3 mufflers in the back, which is a catback. Now you could also purchase this for your FL5 Civic Type-R if you don't want it super loud. So the PLM full titanium valve exhaust is actually 27 pounds lighter than the OEM one. The FL5 Civic Type-R OEM exhaust is actually 50 pounds. So after installing our full titanium valve exhaust, we went ahead and jumped into our engine bay and installed our PLM turbo inlet pipe kit. But now if you guys don't know what the turbo inlet pipe kit does, so this inlet pipe kit improves the airflow before the turbo. So obviously improves IITs, better performance, and obviously it's the hands down best value and best looking inlet pipe on the market today, y'all. So if you guys are asking on this for more information, I'm gonna leave leave underneath the description as well. So the sizing on this is going to be 76mm or 3" if you guys want to put it that way, compared to the OEM pipe. OEM pipe is just 59mm to 62, so obviously ours is bigger and obviously longer, right? So moving forward, we went ahead and installed our PLM high flow cat or catted downpipe. Now for this, we have a 200 cell and we also have a 400 cell, but I do know we canceled the 200 cell for some reason. If you don't know what a downpipe is, and you're installing this downpipe for the very first time into your car, just because people told you or your friends told you, first things first, if you have a turbo, obviously this is going to be a turbo car, this downpipe can actually give more efficiency into your turbo. It can react faster, quicker, or even better, right? Also, if we're talking about sound, this downpipe, having a downpipe, even catless downpipes, I just want to say it, I don't like catless really. Tone or the sound will definitely make it better. On top of improving turbo efficiency, it also reduces the back pressure as well. So pretty much this can make your turbo spool faster, even quicker. If you're running any downpipe or our PLM catted downpipe, or whatever downpipe you have in your car, make sure to tune your car as well, because you will definitely get a CEL, check engine light, unless if you want to bypass this by doing O2 sensors. By bypassing it, this does not mean that you don't have any CEL in your car. Sometimes it will just pop out. If you're going to go with a downpipe, make sure to have a tune right away ready. After our downpipe, we also installed our 3" front pipe. At this point, we are now fully Bolt-Ons, or FBO if you guys want to call it. Good friends from SoCal, they're called JSR Engines. They came up to our HQ here at South San Francisco, California to help us out install something big for this FL5 Civic Type-R. This is actually not your original turbo. We have an upgraded MHI Stage 2 turbo here in our FL5 Civic Type-R. On top of that, they also installed our XDI injectors, which back then we were running 1400 cc's. They also installed the XDI fuel pump. And after all these installations that we did, we tuned everything out. The goal was to reach 500 horsepower. Unfortunately, we were not able to reach 500 horsepower, but it's all good. A lot of things was also happening that day too, with a different kind of talk. Out of all the dynos we did during that day, with all the Bolt-Ons, with all the fuel pumps, injectors, unfortunately we only lasted until 439 horsepower and 380 foot-pounds of torque. I almost forgot, we are actually running E50. If you guys don't know what E50 means, 50% of E85 or ethanol. You're also running 50% of 91 octane. So I'm gonna show you guys right now, we do have this gauge right here. So Innovate gauge. So this gauge will actually tell us if you're at 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, if your fuel average is not balanced at all. So we always want to make sure everything's balanced out. So again, E50, 50% of E85 or ethanol, and 50% of 91 octane. Recently, we did our camshafts. Yes, we did our camshafts, and we also got a Honda Flex fuel kit. So that means if we want to go 91 but lower power, that's fine. But if you want to go higher power, we can run full E85. Or if you want to stick to 533 horsepower, we can still do the same procedures what we're doing right now. But if you want to go higher than that, we can go full E85, and who knows what the power would be, right? This car is only making 533 horsepower, but we are not stopping there. PLM is definitely not stopping at 533 horsepower. We want this car to be around 600 plus. Yes, you guys have heard that right. Again, we did our camshafts. Camshafts is definitely a must if you're aiming for higher power. You guys already know that. If you guys don't know that, knowledge. I'm just kidding. Now let's dig into some questions a lot of you guys may think, a lot of you guys might ask, John, you guys are pushing 533 horsepower on that. Have you guys actually tried racing it? No, we have not yet, but we will be running this car into the tracks pretty soon. Again, this 533 horsepower is more like a street car for us for now. As soon as we push more than 533 horsepower, then yes, we will definitely get into it right away. We will film all that stuff, we'll be documenting that. And second question, normally before I end the videos, I always ask my guests, what are some of the advices we can give if you want to get one of these cars, if you want to build a higher horsepower FL5 Civic Type-R? First things first, you need to get an FL5 Civic Type-R. Do your research first. We have a lot of videos, reviews for this FL5 Civic Type-R. Second thing, if you have questions, I'm not one of those guys who gatekeeps a lot. But really, when it comes to cars, talk to us. I don't have all the knowledge as much as possible, but guys, I'm always willing to help you guys out. So always comment down below if you guys have any questions with it. If you want to get into this platform, if you have more questions about the part, how much it makes, how much we spent for the whole thing, so we can definitely get into that later on. I would say lastly, we get that passion comes first before anything, but we need to be wise when it comes to our spending. Again, tariffs are coming up, so obviously everything's going to be more expensive. Don't spend everything in your car or into your build, whatever it is. The funds nowadays, it's pretty hard to get, but it's really easy to spend. Those are some of the advices I can personally give. Before we end the video, there's actually great news that I want to share with y'all, since you guys have been supporting me for the past, I would say for the past few months now, ever since we started it off. There's a lot of great things that's going on in my life right now, so I'm always grateful about this. Thank you, Lord, for this, man. Thanks for the man above. We might be getting a project car soon that aligns into this pool that we are in. Maybe that's something that we can talk about later on. We're going to have our summer merch pretty soon, so guys, stay tuned on that one. This is going to be great, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys' support. If you enjoyed this episode, do me a favor, smash that like button down below, and also subscribe for more JDM content, Euro content, American muscle content, and a lot of street scenes with J-Ray content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Hey, you see that?